coming up in this read. This is only a matter of time before the divine masculine, whoever they are, they have to come to terms with the fact that they are in love. They have discovered what total unconditional love truly is. Twin Flames, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. It's always a pleasure. Any important information that you need, you can find it in my description box and in my pinned comment below. I definitely do encourage everybody to read my pinned comment below, okay? Because basically there's way too much misinformation out there about what twin flames are and what they're not. And hopefully I can help to dispel a few of those myths and discourage some from pursuing an unhealthy relationship. Okay, right, so that being said, please do remember that this is a general reading, which means it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You take what's resonating for you and you leave the rest for someone else. Okay, please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind, and without any expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Right, so Twin Flames, I am trying to pull the strongest energy that surrounds you at this time. I'm aiming for one card, okay? And then we're going to take you through that strongest energy. After that, we're going to start pulling your tarot and we'll take a deep dive into your twin flame connection. Hopefully we're going to get clear information on that just for you. It's Twin Flames, please. Oh, that was a huge jump. Wow. Okay, right. So Twin Flames, you've got Destroyer. And it says the light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. Now, with this particular deck, I prefer to read it where if the card comes out upright, I will read its light attributes. However, if it comes out in reverse, then I will read its shadow attributes, okay? Now, with the way that this one came out, it was a jump rather than a fall. So we're going to take it through the light attributes, right? So with this one, it's obviously a picture of a volcano. I love volcanoes. They're incredibly destructive, however very necessary. Really necessary. This is the strongest energy that surrounds you at this time, Twin Flames. So for a lot of you, you could be finding that over the past couple of months, I want to say like maybe the past year or so, your life has felt very much like this volcano. A lot of disruption, possibly a lot of destruction as well, but none of it without meaning, you know. When you think about the volcano, after a volcano has erupted, give it a couple of years, everything starts to grow again. And that's because what a volcano tends to leave behind is really necessary nutrients for the soil. That's why whenever you see volcanic places, some places of it is really empty, you know, it looks black, and nothing can grow in some areas, depending on how close you are to that volcano. If you zoom out a wee bit and you take a look more at the surroundings of where the volcano had erupted, you'll normally, not in all cases, but normally you'll find that there is beautiful lush green forests around that volcano. That's because all of the nutrients that were inside the volcano, they came out with the big explosion, if you like, and sort of spread across the landscape, right? Very necessary. They're also necessary to release the pressure. So if you think about this in terms of your life, what I'll do, just as I don't exhaust myself trying to hold up the card to the camera, I'll leave it there while I'm talking about it, okay? So this could also be, when we're talking about your life, this could be a couple of things. You might have been forced to make really intense lifestyle changes with this volcano, right? But again, really, really necessary so that you can start laying the groundwork for your future. For others of you, this could be more about your internal energies, like how you feel inside you, feeling like you're a volcano literally just about to erupt. You could be feeling hypersensitive at this time as well. And I do want to say easily triggered, but obviously I don't want anybody to get like to think that I'm, you know, having a go or something. Easily triggered, what I mean by that is basically just not having any patience for ignorance, stupid comments. Just, it feels like at the moment, even the smallest of things could be getting a reaction from you. So with this, it would really play to your benefit to, whenever you do find yourself getting triggered, to sit with it and figure out why it bothers you so much, why has it irritated you so much, why has what somebody has said had such a huge impact on how you feel about yourself specifically. Okay. There's something else as well with this energy, and it's reminding me a lot of the, I want to say the root chakra. So you could be looking at the root causes of certain triggers, but also the root chakra is all about having your physical needs being met, and it's where you store your karma as well. Okay, so it can be blocked by fear. All right, so if you feel that you're wanting to make these lifestyle changes, but it's the fear that is stopping you from doing so, take a closer look at that fear and why you would be so afraid to do something permanent, you know, that ultimately is going to be to the betterment of your life and of your future. Okay, releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. So again, like this could be encompassing people, places, things, stuff, ways of thinking as well. Don't rule out any kind of false beliefs that you might have about yourself that was implanted into you when you were young and impressionable. Oftentimes as adults we find that the things that we were taught when we were younger are not necessarily true. And that's okay. It's perfectly okay for you to change your beliefs as and when the new evidence presents itself. Okay, some of you were told when you were younger, oh, you have to stick with a decision once you've made up your mind, you know, make a decision and stick with it. I know I definitely was, and that was not healthy, really, really not healthy, because where's the balance? Everything has to be in balance, and you absolutely have to. To be a healthy thinking human, you have to have the ability to change your mind as and when new evidence presents itself. So to be stuck and rigid and ridiculously stubborn to your own detriment is ridiculous. And some of you are coming round to this idea that maybe the things that you were taught when you were younger wasn't necessarily true. So you're finding new ways of doing things. It can cause a lot of destruction, internally and externally. Don't get me wrong, it absolutely can. Especially when you're dealing with individuals who have already got these preconceived notions about who you are. You have to remember as well, Twin Flames, that the version that exists of you is completely different from the version that exists of you in someone else's mind, especially when they're not taking you on your own credits, but they have already like told themselves who you are, and then they've had the audacity to try and tell you who you are. Guess what? Life doesn't work that way, and somebody is waking up to that. Okay, really interesting energies, really, really nice. So we're going to start pulling your tarot, and we'll find out what else is coming out for this. Else, please, for the twin flames. Finally, the other message that I get with that volcano. This could be either you or your twin flame counterpart feeling very much like a volcano. So somebody could have been bottling up all of their feelings, trying to ignore all of their feelings, and the longer that they ignore it, the worse it's getting, because they can really feel that pressure building up. Yeah, your first card out is the Lovers. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull 9 cards, and then I'll take you through it all, okay? Any of the zodiacs that I mention, please do keep an open mind, because they could be placements in your chart, placements in your person's chart, or they could also be character traits of somebody as well. Okay, right, so you've got the Lovers, it's Gemini. The Magician, that's Gemini, Virgo. The Ten of Swords, more Gemini, really heavy on the Gemini energy here. The Nine of Cups, Pisces. What else? Okay. Five of Wands, Leo. What else for twin flames, please? Okay. Knight of Swords, Gemini. Wow, super, super heavy on the Gemini energy. Okay. Queen of Wands, it's Aries. The Ace of Swords, more air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Okay, you also have the Emperor, that's Divine Masculine or Aries, with the Queen of Coins, Capricorn energy. Okay, okay, so twin flames, I'm just sitting in this energy, and that destroyer volcano energy, it does tie in with this read. It genuinely does tie in. What I'm seeing with this particular spread, this particular twin flame storyline that I've just pulled, it's indicating that somebody is already in a commitment. Okay, it's probably whoever the Divine Masculine is, they are the ones that are in a commitment. Okay, because you got the Emperor with the Queen of Coins right underneath it. Okay, now this could be a marriage of convenience for some of them. All right, it's certainly indicating that that commitment does look to be coming to an end. With the Lovers, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords, something is coming to an end here, and I'm feeling that it's to do with that volcano, because this Divine Masculine has been ignoring their feelings towards their twin flame counterpart. Now, whoever the twin flame counterpart is, they're showing up clearly as the Queen of Wands. Now, the reason that I'm saying that is because we've got 2 queens out in this spread. We've got a Queen of Coins and a Queen of Wands, and then we've got an Emperor. right? So obviously I don't know who's watching this read. I don't know if you resonate with being the divine feminine or the divine masculine. I literally haven't a clue. Okay, so I have to read this as neutral as I possibly can so that it's easier for you to follow. Okay, when all is said and done though, you have to basically pick your side. Okay, whatever side that you feel that you're resonating more with, go with that. All right, you have to use your discernment in general reads anyway. So what I'm seeing, the divine masculine is currently in a commitment, as I've already said, and it is indicating a marriage of convenience or a commitment of convenience. The divine masculine's heart and soul is with somebody else. Clearly it's with somebody else, because this somebody else, the divine masculine's counterpart, is on the divine masculine's mind 24/7. And again, it's all contributing to this volcano energy. This divine masculine is literally about to emotionally erupt. Literally. That's why we're seeing the Five of Wands in the center of the spread. Because if you look at it this way as well, the Lovers, the Five of Wands and Temperance, it's indicating, look, this is only a matter of time before the divine masculine, whoever they are, they have to come to terms with the fact that they are in love. They have discovered what total unconditional love truly is. And they're realizing that the situation that they're in currently, they're not getting that. And they're not giving that, and they're not receiving that where they're currently at. It's coming face to face with their twin flame counterpart has really made them analyze absolutely everything. Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords and Temperance. That's someone who is analysing every single decision that they have made in their life up until this moment. And they're realising that perhaps the decisions that they made in the past weren't healthy. So what we see with the Magician and the Ten of Swords is this individual basically trying to fix the mistakes that they've made. But of course, that means that you can't retcon something that you've already done, right? So they have to deal with it in a way that is going to cause as less destruction as possible for the other person that they're currently involved with. But with the Knight of Swords, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to completely disconnect and walk away from that other situation without causing a bit of a mess. Okay, it is going to cause ructions. If they stay in the situation that they're currently at, it's going to cause ructions. If they leave the situation that they're currently at, guess what? It's going to cause ructions. So this individual's basically they're trying to damage control how much destruction is caused by them no longer being able to ignore their desire to follow their heart, and that they will be following their heart straight towards their divine counterpart. Nothing massively unusual about this particular situation, Twin Flames, it must be said. Okay, you will normally find that when you meet your twin flame counterpart, oftentimes it does happen when it's the least convenient moment to do so. Okay, and it can feel very destructive, really destructive. But it's only destructive, again, that this is where I need to redirect you all to remember to read my pinned comment below. Okay, because there's a very important distinction between somebody being destructive and a connection being destructive because of the energy that it brings with it. Okay. Twin flame relationships or twin flame connections, they feel destructive because it contributes to the death of the ego in both twins. That's why it feels destructive. It's not destructive because somebody's hitting you, or, you know, someone is clearly doing things to you that are basically illegal, should we say. I'm not allowed to use the A word because I'll end up getting shadow banned. But you're intelligent people, you can use your imagination. A twin flame connection is not ABUSIVE. It is not. That's something else entirely different. Okay, so I need to be responsible when I mention energies that feel destructive. I have to be responsible because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea and to sit there and basically try and make things work with an individual who is clearly very dangerous individual. Okay, that's not what I'm about, and I don't encourage that whatsoever. Okay, for those who know, you know. For those who have genuinely met your actual twin flame counterpart, is destructive because you go through a lot of changes internally. It's like your entire life, piece by piece, is put under the microscope, and then you have to start getting rid of things that isn't going to serve you. And tell me more about the Knight of Swords, please. Thank you. Six of Swords in reverse. So this particular twin flame situation, you might not have had contact from your twin flame counterpart in a while. Okay, it's heavily insinuating that your counterpart is coming back in, that they are coming back into you, and again, it could cause disruption. All right, so for those who are sitting in their Nine of Cups energy, who are really, really happy with the way that their life has been going, you know, that they're enjoying a moments of peace, your counterpart is coming back in towards you, and energetically it's going to cause disruption. Again, I have to make that clear distinction between somebody deliberately trying to destroy your life and the way that the energy feels. Okay, there's a clear distinction. So some of you might have just assumed that you would never hear from your twin flame counterpart ever again, and this read is telling you that you would be wrong to think that, okay, because they are coming back in and you will hear from them soon. Tell me more about the Five of Wands, please. It's not a promise of a union. It's saying that there's, at the very minimum, that there's going to be a conversation between you. Why the Five of Wands, please? Thank you. Four of Wands. Yeah. So there's two ways I could read that Four of Wands. Obviously it does pertain to stability. It pertains to good news. For those of you who are looking for commitments, that there will be a commitment with the Four of Wands. Of course, it is also the 1111 angel number card as well, the twin flame card. So confirmation that for some of you, yes, your twin flame is... There is going to be a conversation here. There will be. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands, please. Thank you. Hierophant off balance. Okay, so your counterpart has done a lot of thinking. The things that were keeping them stuck in their old ways. It's certainly indicating that they have been working through that and that they're coming out of... I feel that this feels like it's to do with beliefs. I'm just looking at the keys. He's got keys crossed over on his chest. Whenever I see that, I think of somebody being super stubborn, very, very rigid, and very stuck in their ways. But again, with that coming out off balance, it's indicating that, look, someone's realised that they were keeping themselves stuck. They were keeping themselves prisoner in a lot of ways through their... It's not false beliefs, but their inability to follow the evidence. You know, there is a lot of evidence that comes with the twin flame connections. There's a lot of evidence, and your person was basically making excuses, palming them off as something else. But now they have to come round to the way of thinking that their excuses for what they were feeling during this connection, they can no longer make excuses for it. On the whole, though, I mean, this is it's a really nice read, Twin Flames, because for the longest time you were probably trying to get your counterpart to see what this connection was, or you could have been constantly worried that it was only you that felt that this was your twin flame counterpart. What I'm seeing in this read is actually, no, it was felt on both sides, but you were the one that was more open to the possibility that this was your twin flame counterpart, and your person was basically far too busy denying and probably trying to make excuses for the way that they felt about you, possibly attributing it down to just lust or something. But as time's gone on and there's more and more evidence that's being put in front of them, that they're finding that their previous beliefs have been challenged, because there is definitely evidence that they have been seeing and feeling to the point where they can no longer deny this connection. Like literally, that's what I'm seeing in this read. They can no longer deny this connection. I was going to ask about temperance. I didn't quite get the question out. There you go. Yeah, there you go. The 10 of Wands to clarify temperance. I literally just said that. They can no longer deny this connection. It's gotten to the point now, Twin Flames, where they've got no other choice but face this connection. Strength. Yep. Four of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Seven of Coins. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to translate into the microphone, but the neighbour's currently got a drill to the wall. Okay, just in case anybody was wondering if I had some kind of digestive issues going on or some shit. It's not me, it's the neighbour. Right. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about that particular read there, Twin Flames. Because to be honest with you, I feel that the cards have done such a beautiful, beautiful job of explaining the situation anyway. Have a healing message for Twin Flames, please. Thank you. Spiritual evolution, set your heart free. Wow. Okay, number 35. Let's take a look. And we'll do the usual rule of 3. Okay, so you'll get the healing message from the creator of the deck, your second and most important message from your own intuition, and then I will give you my intuitive message. It says, forgiveness and compassion is needed. Set your heart free. Expansion goes together with spiritual evolution. Without the process of expansion, one cannot evolve spiritually. Expanding the heart and mind always allows you to live a more wholesome and loving life with compassion, tolerance, and acceptance. There is no denying that learning through life's experiences, good and bad experiences alike, encourages soul growth on a positive level. Like a caterpillar to a butterfly, individuals must go through their own transformations if they wish to excel, achieve, or move forward in life. Seeking something better in the future requires a little faith in yourself. You can't always have everything straight away. Long-lasting success takes time to build. Evolving the spirit requires an individual to empty their spiritual backpack, taking out and removing experiences that are holding you back in life, healing your past issues, addressing karmic imbalances, and creating a balanced mind and body are all parts of this process. Evolving your spirit takes time. It's a gradual process in which you need to do the work on yourself to achieve the long-lasting effects. Right now, forgiveness is required if you wish to move forward in life. Sometimes you must accept an apology that you know that you may never receive. Forgiveness will set your heart free from an invisible control that has been existent over this situation. Forgiveness does not mean that you just forget what's happened. It means that you can live without it controlling your life any longer. Remove any past emotional and physical ties that are no longer serving you here, and live in love and gratitude, for that has brought you to this point in life where you're ready to change and let go of the past. Open your heart to your soul's calling. Your soul is calling for you to be free. It says the shadow aspect is stagnation, condemnation, and repetition. And the angel assistance is Guardian Angel Samiel, which pertains to health, energy, vitality, and healing from trauma. And then it's got a positive affirmation, which is, as my love and experience grows, the consciousness of my spirit evolves. Yeah. So, Twin Flames, I feel that for those of you who were attracted to this particular video, you're the one that's already gone through all of that. You're the one that is either you're coming out of the other side of this evolution process, or you're in the middle of it. Either way, you're definitely a couple of steps ahead of your twin flame counterpart. They're currently playing catch up to you, and now, like only now, are they getting round to that point of basically acknowledging what this connection actually is. So if you think back right to the beginning of your connection, all of the things that you thought and felt and basically went through, they're just entering into that right now. Okay, so this is a reminder to be compassionate to the soul journey of another individual. Okay, it's to remember how much you had to struggle to get to this particular point. So when you do remember that, it gives you a lot more freedom, I guess, to show a wee bit more compassion for your twin flame counterpart. Okay, yes, that they are gonna, in moments, they are really gonna test you, that they're really gonna piss you off. Like, that's undeniable, because of the energy shared between you is so fucking intense, right? It's perfectly natural, but this is all about just remembering your journey, and through that remembrance, having compassion for your twin flame counterpart, because you've gone through a lot. That's undeniable. Equally, they're also going through a lot, or they're about to go through a lot. So, you know, you can kind of see it from their point of view as well. See, in their perspective, their problem's been all throughout this. Their problem has been that they have been so rigid in their way of thinking. And for some of them, really closed off to the possibility that spiritual connections are even a thing. So you can kind of understand where it is that they're coming from, because now they're faced with this twin flame connection. Of course their past beliefs are going to be challenged, and of course that's not going to be easy. And definitely for a lot of them, they would have immediately jumped on the defensive as well for a lot of them. It's indicating, twin flames, that you're likely to be receiving an apology of sorts. Okay. At the very minimum, some kind of explanation. That there is some kind of communication here that's coming through from your counterpart to you. All right. What else for... Oh! Silly wee cards. They're really difficult to handle. What else for twin flames, please? Right, that'll have to do. It's really difficult to handle, this deck. That one wants to come out. I don't want to make a mistake. So, yeah, someone is really considering what they're going to say and how they're going to say it. You're out of my league. Okay, so are they two stuck together? No. Again, this can indicate some kind of maybe some self-confidence issues here. And I'm exploring other things right now. That could well be your energy. You could have sat there and thought, well, my twin flame's not moving. What left? What else is there for me to do? So some of you have moved on already from this situation, but your twin flame energy is still completely all around you, which again is perfectly normal. Okay, twin flames, you do what you feel is the healthy thing for you to do. This could also be your counterpart basically just assuming that you would have turned them down as well. Illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. Yeah. It goes back to where I said about how some people can become entangled in relationships that are actually quite dangerous situations without realizing what they are at the time. Somebody could be going through a connection like that, or somebody could be really paranoid that that type of scenario is playing out in their twin flame connection as well. Again, you have to take it as it resonates. Okay. Attraction. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So you usually do find that twin flame relationships are walking contradictions. All right. The soul doesn't care about what somebody looks like. So for the one who is feeling like they were out of somebody's league, for the one who felt like the other one was just going to completely turn them down straight off the bat, the one who made that assumption, that message specifically is for you. Okay. There is no such thing when it comes down to twin flame relationships. There is literally no such thing as somebody being out of your league. If they're your twin flame, they're your twin flame. And the souls are going to be attracted to each other regardless of what's on the outside. Learn. Let love show you how to learn from each other. Yeah, I do feel strongly that your counterpart is actually learning from you. And then you've got deeply at the bottom of the deck. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. Yeah. So this as I say, that this connection, it really honestly is not like any other connection that either of you have ever experienced or explored before. Like it goes a lot deeper than that. What else for Twin Flames? Thank you. Ideas and inspiration. That's interesting, because the message with this one, it looks like somebody's been talking to their friends about this connection, because they can no longer, again, it's all about that volcano energy, and I'm pretty sure that you'll know what it's like yourself. You know, when something's on your mind constantly, it can feel really, really heavy. And all it takes really is for just one person to listen to us, to hear our story, and to support us. That's all it takes. That's really spooky. Listening and support. Really spooky. I do love the way that tarot can sit there and sort of nod its head as you're speaking. That's literally what's just happened there. And under there you've got surrender and release. Yeah, your person's currently going through this process of surrendering. They're also, this process also involves them surrendering the need to try and control this connection or this relationship as well. Okay, and then to close out your read, we're going to take one card from 2 decks. Now we've got a Divine Feminine deck and a Divine Masculine deck. It's completely up to you which card you feel resonates for you and which one you feel resonates for your person. They could both resonate for you as well, because remember, we've all got divine feminine and masculine energies within us. Okay, so you could take both of these for yourself, or you could feel that only one of them really resonates for you. It's not a problem. Twin Flames, please. Thank you. Okay, right, so the Divine Masculine one, master your words, master your thoughts, never allow your body and speech to harm others. Self-mastery. Okay. Thinking about the impact that you have on others around you. And then the Divine Feminine one, everything has a beginning, has an ending. Knowing that truth, you find peace. So the Divine Feminine, or the Divine Feminine within you, has made peace with this particular connection. And there's also like a quiet respect for the natural cycle of things, and I want to say there's also a quiet respect for the divine timing of things as well. Everything has its season, and you know it. It's like the Divine Feminine has taken on this vibe of, if it's meant to be, it'll happen, and that there is no human on the planet that can do anything to stop that. You know, it's good. It's a nice place to be. It's a really nice place to be. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one there because I think that I've gone on for a wee bit too long. Yeah, that is what I have for you, Twin Flames. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so can be found down there in my description box and in my pinned comments, or you can go to my second website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. I do accept bookings on both of my websites for the time being, until I can sort of make the transition from my old website onto my new website, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.